Have you ever noticed how some places, even though they're thousands of miles apart, feel strangely familiar? That's exactly the feeling I get when I think about Ethiopia and India. On the surface, they seem worlds apart, one in the Horn of Africa, the other in South Asia. But when you start to look closer, you discover these incredible threads of connection that weave their cultures and people together in the most surprising and beautiful ways. It's like finding a long-lost cousin you never knew you had. Today, we're going on a journey to explore these amazing similarities. Forget what you see on the news or in travel brochures for a second. We're going deep into the heart of what makes people tick, their families, and trust me, by the end of this, you'll see that the world is a much smaller and more connected place than you think. Let's start with the most fundamental thing: family. In both Ethiopia and India, family isn't just important. It's everything. It's the cornerstone of society. We're not just talking about mom, dad, and the kids. We're talking about a vast, sprawling network of grandparents, uncles, aunts, cousins, and second cousins twice removed. This concept of the joint family system, where multiple generations live together or very close by, is a shared reality. A child growing up in Addis Ababa or Delhi is surrounded by a village of relatives. There's always an auntie to sneak you a sweet, an uncle to tell you a story, or a grandparent to pass down wisdom. Elders are deeply respected, not just loved. Their experience is seen as a treasure, and their word carries immense weight in family decisions. This isn't just about tradition. When someone is sick, getting married, or needs help with a new baby, the whole family rallies around. It's a built-in social safety net, and it creates this incredible sense of belonging and security that is so central to both cultures. Now, let's talk about something that brings everyone together: food. And oh, the flavors! If you love Indian food, with its complex spices and rich curries, you will feel right at home with Ethiopian cuisine. The heart of an Ethiopian meal is Injera, a spongy, sour flatbread. Sound familiar? It's incredibly similar to how Indians use roti, naan, or dosa to eat their curries and dals. But the similarities go even deeper, right into the spice box. The Ethiopian spice blend, Berbere, is a complex, fragrant mix that often includes chili peppers, garlic, ginger, coriander, and fenugreek, ingredients that are staples in any Indian kitchen. The nader kibe, a spice-clarified butter used in Ethiopian cooking, is almost identical to Indian ghee. And the love for lentils is universal. Ethiopian misir wat is a spicy red lentil stew that could easily be a cousin to the Indian Masoor dal. Both cultures have mastered the art of turning humble legumes into mouth-watering, soul-satisfying dishes. Born out of ancient traditions and a deep understanding of spices, in many parts of both countries you'll find people enjoying a hot, brewed beverage. In India, it's the beloved chai. In Ethiopia, it's the legendary coffee, but it's not just about the drink itself. It's about the ceremony, the ritual. The Ethiopian coffee ceremony is an elaborate, beautiful process. It involves roasting the green beans, grinding them, and brewing the coffee 3 times, all while guests socialize. It's a sign of hospitality and friendship. This mirrors the Indian culture around chai, where offering a cup of tea is the first gesture of welcoming someone into your home. It's a moment to pause, connect, and share a story. It's a social ritual disguised as a simple drink. From food for the body, let's move to food for the soul: spirituality. Both Ethiopia and India are ancient lands steeped in faith and tradition. They are profoundly spiritual societies where religion isn't just a Sunday affair. It's woven into the very fabric of daily life. Ethiopia has a unique and ancient Christian tradition. The Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church has rituals, art, and music that are distinct and deeply moving. Similarly, India is the birthplace of Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism, and is home to a massive Muslim population. What's common is the visibility and vibrancy of faith. You see it everywhere, in the colorful festivals, the daily prayers, the temples, mosques, and churches that dot the landscape. Think of the grand religious processions. In Ethiopia, festivals like Timkit are massive, colorful celebrations with processions, chanting, and elaborate ceremonies that draw huge crowds. This has a striking parallel to Indian festivals like Ganesh Chaturthi or Durga Puja, where idols are paraded through the streets with music, dance, and incredible energy. It's a public, joyful expression of faith that brings entire communities together. People don't just practice their religion. They live it, breathe it, and celebrate it out loud. This deep-rooted spirituality also shapes a certain worldview. There's often a sense of philosophical acceptance, a belief in destiny or karma that influences how people approach life's ups and downs. It fosters a certain resilience and a focus on community and spiritual well-being over purely material pursuits. Let's step out into the streets. The vibrant chaos of a marketplace in Addis Ababa, the Mercado, feels remarkably similar to the hustle and bustle of Chandni Chowk in Delhi. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way. The air is thick with the smell of spices, incense, and street food. You hear a symphony of sounds, vendors calling out, music blaring, the constant hum of conversation. The colors are dazzling, from the bright fabrics of women's dresses to the pyramids of fresh fruits and vegetables. In both countries, there's a certain organized chaos that just works. Traffic might seem wild with cars, auto rickshaws, or bajas as they're called in Ethiopia, and pedestrians all sharing the road, but there's an underlying rhythm to it. People are experts at navigating crowded spaces. There's a certain patience and an unspoken understanding that allows society to function amidst the density. It's not stressful, it's just alive. And the people themselves share a special warmth. Hospitality is paramount. In both cultures, a guest is treated with the utmost respect and generosity. It's common to be invited into a stranger's home for a cup of coffee or tea. People are curious, friendly, and quick to smile. They have a knack for making you feel welcome, for sharing what little they might have with an open heart. This isn't just politeness, it's a deeply ingrained cultural value. Even in their historical narratives, you can find echoes. Both nations have rich, ancient histories and were cradles of great civilizations. They have both experienced periods of colonial influence and have fought for their independence, forging strong national identities in the process. This shared history of resilience and pride in their heritage is a powerful, unifying bond. They are not just developing nations. They are ancient cultures navigating the modern world on their own terms, blending tradition with progress. From the way a family gathers for a meal, to the spices simmering in a pot, to the vibrant chaos of a city street, the connections between Ethiopia and India are undeniable. It's in the deep respect for elders, the sacred ritual of sharing a drink, and the colorful, public displays of faith. These aren't just superficial similarities. They are deep cultural parallels that speak to a shared human experience. So, the next time you meet someone from Ethiopia or India, remember these connections. Look beyond the map and see the person. You might just find you have more in common than you ever imagined. The world is full of these beautiful, surprising links, and discovering them is one of the greatest joys of travel and learning. It reminds us that despite our different flags and languages, we are all part of one big, wonderfully diverse human family. Thanks for joining me on this journey today. If you enjoyed this exploration, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Let me know in the comments what other cultural connections you've noticed around the world. See you next time.